Hey everybody, Steve here at the Illinois Recording Studio. I got a whole bunch of stuff here, but first and foremost, going to talk about the cymbals. Paul Francis, Cymbal Craftsman. Paul's first batch of cymbals arrived here. We have 62 of his cymbals, and the stuff is great. It's incredible. And I wanted to get a video up as quickly as possible with some of these. I've got pre-orders that I'll be filling on Monday for folks that ordered them. We're going to be getting sound files up for these as quickly as we can next week. People can also come into my Illinois shop in Glendale Heights and check them out as well. I've got to get those pre-orders filled first. And all of you who see this, who ordered, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. For this particular video, for the cymbals, I'm going to use 14-inch hats, and these are 898 over 1392. Okay? That 18-inch crash to my left is 1,458 grams. The 22 exactly to my right here, this one's mine. I get to pick the cymbal I want to keep, and this is mine. 2,413 grams. This 20 is a great one as well, 1,925 grams. And I also pulled out another 22 that's a little heavier so you can see the contrast. This is 2,852 grams. And keep in mind, these are all hand-hammered by Paul, lathed by Paul, made by him. Every one of them has his stamp on the cymbal, as you can see there. All right, and he signed each one on the back as well. So on the cymbal side of things, that's what we got. Now, on the drum set side of things, you're going to see these drums at the Craviotto booth at the Chicago Drum Show, May 21st and 22nd. Of course, you'll also see the Paul Francis cymbals. The Paul Francis cymbals will be in Maxwell drum booth, and the Craviotto drums will be in the Craviotto booth right next to us. This kit is a 12-14-20 in walnut, and it is done with the new hybrid bearing edge that Saul Rocha created. Saul worked with Johnny for 20 years at Craviotto and created this bearing edge. It is a rounded over edge on the outside, and if you think about it, and I should have a drum head here, if you take a drum head out of the box, you've got that collar on the drum head, and then you've got the material. Well, that material doesn't go straight up and over, does it? That material is at an angle. So if you have that outside of that bearing edge at an angle, it seats the head nicely. But then what we did on this edge is at the top, or at the apex of that edge, we cut it straight for a 45. So what you've got now is it adds a little bit of warmth to the sound. It seats the head better. The 45 gives you a huge wide tuning range. And the beauty of this, if you want to tune lower, it's still got great articulation. Now, this is not tuned lower. We did a video in Nashville. Chad Cromwell, fantastic drummer and recording guy for decades, is a Craviotto artist and is on the Craviotto team. He's got a 13-16-22 and a 12-14-20. This is his kit, both with that edge. We did a video with the 13-16-22 tuned lower, and that video will be available through Craviotto shortly, and you'll get to hear that. For this particular example, what I wanted to do was tune it up like I like to play it in bebop range. So this is the 12, the 14, and the 20. They've just got coated ambassadors on them front and back, and that's number one. So that's going to give you a sense for the new hybrid bearing edge. And then number two is, this is a prototype of our Craviotto Wood-lug wood hoop snare drum. And people who remember some of this stuff remember, oh, like the old rolling bombers back in the World War II era when you had only 10 or 15% of the material could be metal. They had to compromise, make wood lugs, use wood hoops, etc. But the thing about wood, we've done wood hoops on Craviotto before, and it creates a lighter and a more organic, airier sound. By the same token, wood lugs, the more wood you have, the more this resonates all together. Wood lugs, wood hoops, solid wood shell, and it creates a unique sound, and it also is a lighter instrument. So, what you see here is exactly what I said. It's a prototype. These will go into production. When we go into production, it might be these same lugs, it might not, but they'll be wood. Might be these same hoops, might not, but we wanted to give you a sense for what it's like, and I have a ball playing this drum. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give you a little video sample of everything here. Sorry for talking so long, but there's a lot of stuff to cover. Again, you'll see all of these things at the Chicago Drum Show booth, and they'll be in my shop in Glendale Heights as of right now if you want to stop in and see them. All right, so enough talk. Here we go.